Hello there, and welcome to Just Another Satchel Plays World of Warships. Today I'm gonna show you some Aoba gameplay. The Tier 6 Japanese cruiser Aoba is... it's not a bad ship. It's certainly not as good as the Cleveland on Tier 6 for the US, but compared to the Furutaka on Tier 5, well, it's the light on the end of the tunnel. So let's have a look and find out what makes this ship special. Well, the guns are a kind of good news, bad news. It's the same guns as on the Furutaka. They are two guns in one turret now, but the turrets turn as slowly as before. What they do is they reload quite a bit faster. And, well, that's really necessary. I mean, the Furutaka was just not good at all. Let's just face it. I mean, come on. That was a 18 or 17 second reload on the Furutaka. Now on the Aoba it's 11 seconds. That's a third less. That's good. But still, inferior to Cleveland. But then these are 200mm guns. And these things can pack a punch. So, yeah, when you're shooting HE at battleships or so, you might want something that fires faster. But shooting AP at other cruisers, or on extreme range on battleships, oh, that's good. Good stuff. So, I said, kind of good news, bad news. For sure improvement over the Furutaka, but not as good as the Cleveland, of course. So let's just come to a real improvement. The torpedoes. Of course the Furutaka had torpedoes too, and most, if not all, Japanese cruisers have torpedoes. But this is the first cruiser that has torpedoes with a range of 10 kilometers, which is really nice. It's only one launcher at one side, and it's placed in the rear, so it's having an arc that's going a bit, well, not a bit, it's going to the back. So you can't shoot to enemies in front of you, and at times this makes it quite obviously for enemies when you're trying to use your torpedo tubes, because you're turning away from them to be able to aim at them, actually. So, but it's, I think it's 4 tubes in the launcher, and they do a nice amount of damage, and they have a 10-kilometer range. So, overall, a very nice thing. Bringing us to the next point on the list, anti-aircraft firepower. The Aoba is not as good as the Cleveland when it comes to this. So, it's less effective in escorting friendlies, but less effective compared to one of the most powerful, possibly even overpowered cruisers in this game. Well, I think you're getting the point. However, next point, speed and maneuverability. The Aoba is 34 knots fast, which is nice. In addition to that, it can turn very nicely. The rudder shift time, I don't have the value in mind right now, but it's decent fast. I think it's faster than the stock Cleveland.
Our team has taken the lead.
And makes this thing quite nice to dodge shots from, well, at least long-range shots from enemy cruisers and battleships, which is something you will see later in this video too. So maybe one or two more of the weak points about this ship. The armor. You can bounce a few shots every now and then, but like most of the Japanese cruisers, your armor is not your strength. Speed and maneuverability are much more important. And oh right, at least for me it feels like the Aoba is catching fire like it's made from wood and straw. I mean, it's just burning so easily. Oh, and module damage. You have seen steering taking out once already in this game. So, I mean, this happens to everyone every now and then, but it happens more often in the Aoba. So just be prepared for that. As I read, this seems to be somewhat of a problem, of course, for most Japanese cruisers. As I said, their armor is not the best, so it's just easier to penetrate and do some module damage. So maybe get that skill that makes it less likely to have modules taken out. I'm planning on getting that. I think it's tier 5 skill. Anyway, we've dealt not too much damage yet. I mean, yeah, we made torpedo hits, 22 hits, yet no citadel penetrations, not even crits. I mean, one fire and, well, yeah, one enemy sunk. And we're already on half health. It's not looking too good. I mean, it's not horribly, but... oh, there we go. Yeah, fire. Sometimes I let it burn for a while on cruisers, but I'd rather be not hit again. So I'm trying to dodge as much as possible. And I just hope that I'm getting one of these juicy citadel penetrations. It's just not looking like it at the moment. The game just saying, nope, can't have. Anyway, I'm leaving that Cleveland to the friendlies that are around the middle cap zone, and I'm heading up there trying to, if possible, save that Myogi and the carrier, but well, the Myogi seems to be AFK. And oh, and there we go. Not too much damage, but enough. The carrier is running, but he started too late to run, so he's not getting anywhere anymore. Unfortunately, that means that I am left here as the main target for most of these 3 to 4 enemies. 3 cruisers and that one destroyer there far back. I mean, yeah, that destroyer is too far away. He can't really do anything about me. But yeah, 3 cruisers. This is gonna be either very awesome when I'm killing them all, or it's gonna be horrible. And yeah, that New York over there, that friendly New York, I'm not sure if he was trying to set up an ambush or something, but I mean, that's not the way to do it. Yeah, sitting still around the corner of an island and having a Japanese cruiser with torpedoes armed coming around, just one-shotting him. Oh, come on, really? Why don't people learn? Do not stop. Well, maybe because I'm shooting them anyway, and they learn that moving doesn't make a difference sometimes. Okay, okay. That was that was too much. I know. I'm bad. And I'm nearly dead too. Jeez, that hurts. That Cleveland, this... Ah, God. Luckily, I am seeing that he's making one mistake. I mean, yes, he is shooting AP, which is good. I mean, for me, in this case, it's good, because I'm trying to keep my armor angled, so he can't really have a nice side hit that easy penetrates. Yikes. But with the little amount of damage he does, he brings me closer and closer to my end. And... oh, did that really just bounce? Oh, I'm so lucky. Anyway, if... you know, I'm always saying shoot AP at cruisers. But if after so many hits, not just barrages or shots fired into my direction in general, but actual hits that bounced, I would have switched to AG by now. I mean, with that low health, it's just, you know... would be much more sensible to do. Come on! That's all not looking too good. I'm waiting for that shells to come in, then I'm steering around, shooting that torpedoes, and yeah, well, he ran into that one. That was, I mean, come on, seriously? Torpedoes running straight at you and you're running in them? Yeah. I'm so lucky that I'm still alive. I don't think that's gonna last much longer. Yep. There we go. There is actually one thing that you can learn from what the Cleveland did, besides running into the second torpedo spread. Ah, lucky me. And what he did was he was shooting barrages, like you know, double click and having all guns shoot at the same moment. Now, the guns on the Cleveland, I don't know how to say that because it sounds strange. It's actually good because they're pretty precise. But in this case, it was the bad thing about them, because if he didn't aim exactly for where I was,
The enemy team has taken the lead.
most, if not all, of his shots would have missed. So In this case, a bit more spread would have been good. And it's easy to achieve. You don't double click, you just click and hold and move the mouse around a bit. A bit to the left, to the right, or closer to you, further away from you, you know, up and down. Like where you feel like the area of impact should be. But, well, that's not what he did. Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, this now is just a matter of time. I mean, we are leading in points. I mean, yes, this is a Minikaze and 2 Wyomings. I think it's 2 Wyomings at least. Against a Arkansas Beta and a Suso. Honestly, though the Minikaze might be the biggest danger, I would bet on my team. And that's actually what I am gonna do now. Jumping to the end.
Our team has taken the lead.
This was overall a nice battle. The Aoba is a good ship. It's not outstanding like the Cleveland, but every ship that allows you to make such a nice game with 2,100 base experience can't be too bad. So, torpedo hits. I needed to get used to having torpedoes on a cruiser, but once you keep that in mind and use them, this is really good. So, oh boy, that was the best game in the Aoba I had, and I mean, I will have to play it a bit more until I unlock the next, but I would be surprised if I could top that. Maybe a bit more thrilling gameplay, but not better paying out, I guess. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as a small announcement, as I'm trying to make this channel well, better and try to keep growing and keep making these videos on a more regular basis, I also want to try different things. So you've seen probably only my well, because there were pretty much only these World of Warships videos. I'm just now starting Cities Skylines Let's Play. You know, just for change, something without blowing up stuff. If you're interested in the slightest, subscribe, come back to the channel, whatever. And, well, feedback is always welcome. So I hope to see you next time again. Hope you, as I said, enjoyed this video. Till the next time. Servus, goodbye.